Well, well, well. Welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming extravaganza. That's right. You found the self-proclaimed original Twitch TTRPG stream that lets you shake up our world. Now pay attention because this is how it works. If you'd like to add some loops to this roller coaster ride of a show, you're gonna need fate chips. Now these magical loyalty points can be earned just by watching, following, hosting, subscribing, or just engaging with us in the chat. It's like free money, Pete. With your fate chips, you can use your powers as an architect to heal your favorite players, summon items that will make their adventure a lot easier, or a lot harder. You can even make players say or sing outrageously silly things. Think of those possibilities. But wait. There is more. You can also toss our unsuspecting heroes into random encounters that will leave them sweating, strategizing, and questioning their life choices. All it takes is a quick redeem command in the chat. You choose the item or action and the player you want to mess with, and we'll take it from there. So sit back, relax, and prepare yourselves for a mind-blowing spectacle of storytelling and mayhem. We've got adventure, we've got drama, and more surprises than a clown car at a kid's birthday party. So let's go! Well. Welcome to the Architects of Fate streaming.
Oh, wait. Hello, everybody, all you Architects of Fate. Good to have you with us here again for another exciting, hopefully, stream of Conan Adventures in an Age Undreamed of. We are coming at you tonight a little bit slow. I may or may not be on prescription medication for pain issues right now, so bear with me on the stuttering tonight and the words finding. They will be there, but we do have a great story to tell you tonight, and hopefully you guys can step in and just really jank with it with your purchases here. So that'll be exciting to see what you guys do, and if we can make it through an entire evening without calamari raining from the sky.
At this point, no.
I have a great cast with me tonight. I want to introduce to you before we get going. First and foremost, we have our moderator, our man behind the scenes, and the guy keeping us running. That would be Nat. You guys don't get to see him, so just trust me. He's there. We wouldn't care if he was.
And to be fair, we don't get to see him either.
Yeah. After that, I've got a great set of players, and looking at the screen, let's just kind of go top to bottom here. First off, we have Aberta, the zealous witch hunter, the hammerer of things, and the slicer of titty witches. Next, we have Zang, the emissary of far-off Katai, the diplomatic monster himself, and also the giant plate mail wearing tiger claw swinging talker.
When you die, that armor's mine.
AKA the face eraser.
The face. He is the face
we're already dead.
and the face erase. We have Verai, our mysterious and deadly assassin from the one town that I'm forgetting the name of thieves, Zamora, the Zamoran assassin, the city of thieves. She likes to stab people, sometimes in the face, sometimes not in the face.
Sometimes they're even bad guys.
Provocation.
Some of the people she stabs are even bad guys. And that is true. Who is also carrying some Demon Slayer weapon, some Demon Slayer armor. Next, we have Zinnia, the mercenary queen and the silver-plated bitch herself, the one, the only, the multi-sword stabbity of doom that now has a finely scarred set of volcano ankles. And finally, last but certainly not least, is our Bostonian archer, our ranger, our wilderness man about town, Thornicius. So it's good to have you guys. Good to have all the cast here with us tonight, and obviously chat. We're happy to have you here too. Hope you guys enjoyed. Interact with us in the chat, ask questions, be ridiculous, and let's have some fun tonight. Oh snap! It's already raining. It's already raining.
Fill it out.
Here, our party was, yeah. So our party had made it to a nice big waterfall, and they had taken a little path on the backside of the. Yes, it is no longer raining. Ha ha ha! It's just gray and dreary. The rain hath been negated by a strong wind from the west. So the party had kind of tucked into some cover behind this waterfall path, and Verai had tried to climb up to the top because the man without a face and no name said it's a very long walk around or a very short, difficult climb. Verai decided to try climbing without rope. When they tossed the rope up to her, down Verai went. Thank you, chat, with that one. And now the party said, I think we're going to go the long way around. So, where our party, if you want to describe kind of what we are and where we're doing here, and then we will get started.
Wet and mostly tentacle covered, but
yeah.
The tentacles have finally started evaporating off of the ground. And an evaporated tentacle is an especially stinky one.
thank the gods. Seriously, I am sick to death of your heathen tentacle ring. They don't have this in Katai.
You know, we scheduled it just for you. I'm going to open up my own calamari stand.
Right?
I mean, if I'm going to get it for life, why not have it, and use it?
Problem is, when you get it, everyone else gets it too.
Great. So there's a lot of it. So
It's
I can free up even more.
It's also the world's first calamari that disintegrates when it touches water.
Well, good thing I fry them in oil.
All right, party. You decide to follow the man with no face and no name.
Yes.
And his mini dinosaur two-legged mount with a red hat named Moshi. You follow him. It is now kind of late-ish on the afternoon-ish now. You're probably not going to make it back around at the top of the falls by nightfall, but if you don't start now, you'll never make it. So you follow this man and his mount deeper into the mountains on the far side of the river this time, on the far side of the river. After about an hour, you already start to notice that the mountains on this side have a different feel. To them. There is a sky overhead. There is blue skies overhead, but the temperature itself has dropped to near freezing.
Oh, good.
Nice, firm, round hill. But the temperature has dropped to near freezing up in these mountains. The plants, the wildlife has seemed to nearly disappear. The trees have nearly disappeared. This side is rocks and boulders, some of them cracked open boulders. It is a much more rugged and primal side of the mountains on this side of the river. I'm not going to make you roll for it, but as a wanderer of nature, this is not what you would expect to have such disparate biomes so close to each other.
So I go ahead and ask the faceless man. So I'm sure I would notice it first. What's the deal with around here? Seems like it's got a boding feel to it.
Dangerous.
What kind of danger should we be looking for?
Most of them.
Most of them?
Handy.
I just had okra thrown at me.
Flying okra.
Flying okra.
Oh, goodness.
Where are we at? Lambert's, home of the throwed roll?
All right. Good thing I caught this one in my hand.
He says, the mountains here have personalities.
Like hi, how you do kind of personality, or something else?
Sometimes they eat people.
Ooh.
The mountains eat people.
Can you tell me if the mountains seem hungry?
Do mountains have anuses?
I don't know. But we go this way.
Okay.
We'll let them eat you first.
Yeah, you go first. You lead the way.
He is leading the way. Indeed, he is leading the way. You follow him. You follow him for a ways. As the sun starts to set, you hear coming up over some of the mountain passes what at first you assume to be just the whistle of the wind. And that whistle in the wind, as it gets darker, gets louder. It goes from a hum and a whistle to a very loud whistle to almost, like
A screech?
not quite like scream levels, but a very loud whistle through the mountains, almost like, and it's changing in tenor and tone a little bit as the wind is picking up and letting loose. The very sound of the whistle is changing in tenor and tone. Sometimes starting to fade away, sometimes rising, sometimes sounding deeper.
I'm gonna hustle up next to the faceless guy and ask him, what's with the wind through here? Is this something we should be concerned of?
Mountains, personalities, he says.
Aye, gotcha.
How informed?
All right. I think it's time we sacrifice Tiber.
Yeah.
Fast
Upper
time.
respiratory infection or something.
Get it? Upper respiratory.
We'll sacrifice Tiber for the good of the party's well-being in the mountains. I'm sure he won't mind. His parents won't mind.
His parents won't mind. Well, his dad won't, at least. His mama might.
Yeah, his mama
Never
might
met one.
kill you.
And then, of course, I turn to Tiber and give him a sideways smile.
He looks. He's like, I wouldn't mind.
You don't get a vote.
I do believe that your goal right now is to escort me, not stab me.
Well, we do have a murderer trailing us, so, you know.
Is it a murderer or a murderer god?
No, we're
Who's
murderers.
counting at this point?
I've also been known to go off script, so.
Just realized I don't have my lamp, and that's why I'm not very visible here. I don't have my light source here. So give me 1 second as I go and get my proper light source. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be back in like 30 seconds.
Yappity, 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 yappity.
All right, guys. So how do we get rid of the GM?
Cast magic missile at the dark. Oh wait, he's getting a lamp. Never mind.
Finally seen the light.
So if we generate Doom to cast a hex on the GM, can he use the Doom to counter it?
I believe there's a time frame difference. Like you can't use the Doom to counteract immediately the thing that we pay it for.
Yeah, but I don't think he can also. Can he counter? Can he do a good thing with Doom?
Wait, what you? No, I think we're right the first.
As long as it's not a good thing for us, I think.
Thank you, old cheese.
Okay. There we go. I am more visible now. That is good. All right.
Hey, welcome back.
So,
Wait, how is that good?
well, it's good for me because I can look at myself and admire my jaunty disposition. For
Why you said your Chianti disposition?
jaunty.
Wait,
I don't
nearby.
I don't have any fava
Wait,
beans
no,
for
fava,
the Chianti.
I got the serial killers mixed up.
No, you were right.
No, I was right? Okay, yeah. No, okay.
I'm not certain who Emmy is.
Emmy?
I have a Zinnia, Thornicius, Abertech, Zang, and a Verai.
Oh, now we have to make a character named Emmy.
All right. Well, Moshi hops in here.
Man.
So Moshi, actually speaking of Moshi does seem to be agitated and nervous, although the man without a face is just kind of standing there motionless. No. He did say, I guess you could go for that. He just said, it's me. It's a me.
It's a me. I get
It's,
it. Ah!
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Brain is only working on about 2/3 of a thing at a time here. All right. So, Moshi does seem to be like nervous and agitated, and the faceless man is just pretty much standing there stable, motionless.
I suggest we do the same. He might be doing it for a reason.
Okay.
We wait.
He says, "Getting dark. Should camp."
Sounds good. Try and find a place with some shelter, I guess. Out of the screeching wind.
It's singing wind.
Caves. Go deep. Get in.
Go
Right.
deep.
We shall penetrate deep into the darkness of that round cave, which looks slightly wet
And brown.
and round.
Wrong cave. Wrong cave. You want the one next door.
Brown.
It's a trap!
You head towards a cave that he points out, this small, round, brown cave. And as you get to it, you realize that the whistling is, in part, coming from the mouth of this cave.
Yeah.
The mountains have gas. Ah, I get it now.
As
Faceless
your
guy's itching to be killed by a bearded lady.
yeah,
Okay.
he says, out of elements,
Mm-hmm.
cave.
All right.
And then,
He's a man of few words.
Yeah.
Him
I'm
first?
gonna pull out a torch. Quickly light it.
Okay. There is a pretty stiff wind emanating from this cave.
I'm in the cave, right? So I gotta protect it.
Question.
Uh-huh.
Is it a steady outward wind or does it change directions any?
It is steadily outward, but it does change in amplitude.
Mm.
A rhythmic amplitude change?
Like breathing.
I mean, you could give me a perception check.
I could help on that one.
Perception
Yes.
is
Or is it observation?
Mine's better, I think.
It is perception in this game, right?
Uh,
No, it's observation.
observation. I was gonna say
Observation. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I am super well with it. This is great.
I will
I know
attempt.
what I'm doing. I'm hip. I'm with it. I'm cool.
I don't need to re-roll any of those. Okay. Observation. 2 successes.
One D-
So from your observation, what you can tell is the whistling is indeed coming from this cave, but you hear more than just this whistle, which leads you to believe there's probably several cave exits in the area.
Mm.
That this probable wind is blowing through hollow tubes and caves and cracks and holes and creating this whistling sound. At least that would be the assumption that you can make. It is not like a breath. It's not like, it does not seem like the mountain is a living creature that is breathing in and out. The whistling does seem to match roughly with the ebb and flow of the wind.
Mm.
Follow-up question.
Roughly.
Are we feeling the wind right now?
It is windy.
Well, I mean,
yes.
just like the wind coming from the cave.
Yes.
Okay. Is it hot? And is it foul or is it fresh? The air.
It is very cold.
Okay.
It is very cold, but it is at this point in location would be fresh.
Okay. So if he wants us to go in, I mean, it's not hot air, which leads me to believe that it's not,
Lava.
terror doom.
Living.
And it's fresh air, which means it's not an active den of something near the entrance, at least, right? So
I mean, somebody could give a survival check if they wanted.
I
Sure,
already
you
rolled.
asked me while my roller's gone.
Let's have it, Bill.
Oh no, come on! You're not gonna force me. Oh, right, come on. Let me put the dog down.
Billy, 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 Billy,
Allow me to
Billy.
please demonstrate to everyone how much Roll20 hates me.
Roll20 hates him.
That's not too bad.
Actually, it's neutral today. It's neutral on you today. And with your high skills, what is that? Is that 2 successes? That's still 2 successes, sir. That is 2 successes.
Cool.
Roll20 went with you today. So as he starts saying these things, while again with this doesn't match the terrain that you were having just a few miles ago on the other side of that large river, what he is describing about how he thinks all the wind is coming from a bunch of caves and pockets and stuff, and then as he starts asking about the warm air, you're like, actually it would make sense if this is a bunch of magma vents and gas vents from underground like volcanic activity. This this could have been created from magma and gas vents.
Oh, goody.
Okay, so we're going in, right?
Yeah, we're going in.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, guys, we're
mean-
gonna go into the caves.
We're not going to get a lot of rest with this noise.
I'm sure we
Okay,
can
Tiber, you take the lead.
Tiber pulls out his sword and he's like, I don't think that's a great idea.
Well, he learned. He pulled out his sword. He's slowly getting there. We're gonna make an adventure out of him yet.
All right, I guess I'll go first because I'm the most perceptive. Plus, I have the torch, so I kind of light the way.
Yep.
All right.
As you take your first few steps of foray into the cave proper, there is a definite breeze coming through the cave that is whipping and flipping your torch around. Not enough to knock your torch out, but your torch is definitely like erratically lighting up, which is making all of the shadows and the corners and the loose rocks in this cave seem especially menacing.
Now, why are we going so deep in if we're just resting?
I guess we're looking for like a little notch or a little, little side cave, ish that would kind of not be in the main airway of the main cave. Maybe finding, some place like that would be preferable than sleeping out here in the wind and noise.
I guess.
And it'd be a more defensible position.
Principle against.
Who knows?
Don't worry me like that.
Who's taking first watch?
I'll take first watch.
Damn right.
The man with no face says, I can watch.
Yeah, but you don't do very well at explaining why you wake us up or whatnot. So, yeah, not a big communicator, you.
You've also been leading us through these treacherous mountains, and we need you to be on your A game tomorrow. I would suggest you go ahead and take a nice long rest.
Does anybody remember what last night?
Yeah, I don't think
The watch schedule?
Yeah, I don't think he slept at all. I think this guy doesn't sleep at all.
If he doesn't have a face, he doesn't have eyelids. He's probably sleeping. We just can't tell.
Great, he's sleepwalking and talking to us, and we have no idea.
Moshi curls up next to a wall, though,
Okay.
kind of near the fire. So you've got first watch, and the man with no face and name just stands beside you, not really moving during your watch.
All right. Where you come from? What's your name? Don't say me.
Meh. I'm going to need a number between 1 and 12, sir.
Okay.
You can pick it, you can roll it. I don't care. I just need a number between 1 and 12. 12 is your number, huh? Let's see. Oh, shit. You're one off from my number, and you know what one off means?
That's usually a good thing, right?
One. No, if you match it, it's a good thing.
Oh.
If you're one off, it's a bad thing.
Crap.
Random encounter at camp, guys. Or should I say, random encounter? But I do need to get to the page. Shit, is it in this book? No, it's in the Monster Manual book. No. This one will work. think.
You have a delivery.
There we go. It's not the creature that I was planning on using, but it is the creature that we will. Ow, turning, hurt, pain. It is the creature that we will go with anyways. Outside of the cave mouth, you see some movement scrambling through the rocks.
Could be anything.
Yeah. I will tuck back into the cave a little more, hoping to not cause any attraction of attention.
So you move.
Well, I figured I'd only be right at the cave mouth, right?
Hmm.
All right.
But you move?
Should I move? I don't know. Should I?
No, that's what I'm asking. You're standing here. Are you
No.
no longer? Are you moving?
It's
Let's
probably a
roll
stealth
perception. I
check
want to
either
roll
way.
perception to get a better look at what I'm looking at.
Okay, roll an observation check then, please,
Okay.
sir. That
One's a
would be
really good
one
one.
success.
Yep.
Small creatures. Lots of them.
Lots of them.
Small, furry.
Fuck, it's true.
Did I catch teeth?
It's
Not
really
yet.
dark.
Yeah.
Wait. This side. This guy.
Furry mountain piranhas. Great. I guess I'll hold still and see what happens.
Okay.
Try and get a better look. Keep looking.
More of them begin to appear, scrambling over rocks.
But not coming to the cave, right? Nothing coming towards the cave?
As you notice, as they get closer and your eyes become more adjusted, they seem to be ROUSs.
ROUSs. Rouses?
Rodents of unusual size.
Oh, okay.
Frankly, I don't think they exist.
Okay. I would,
Exactly.
having been in some large major cities of America, I would beg to differ. There are some very ROUSs out there.
Those are pigeons.
No.
And some of them begin to stand up on their hind legs and seem to be sniffing the air.
Quickly, fuck.
Huh.
I think that's how that works.
Let's keep them out.
Hmm. I very subtly reach for the sack that I've been carrying full of snake heads and draw the string open.
Head, snake
Yes.
head.
Remember the
Ugly,
snake heads I
fugly
chopped off in
snake
the last cave?
heads. Okay.
Yeah.
You reach into your bag and grab your, 3 snake heads?
No, I'm not grabbing them. I just open the bag up. It's going to be rotten flesh and snake, venom in there, and it's hopefully going to cover my scent.
And smell delicious to rats.
Yeah, throw it. Yeah, just hurl it.
Just hurl it? Yeah, let's just hurl it out into the middle of away from the cave.
Yeah.
This is a great idea. Yeah.
Yeah. But that way, like way over that way.
I mean, you're like a little bit into the cave, so you can throw it ahead of you.
No, I don't want it right at the edge of the cave then. No, that's a bad idea.
I'll
You
hit
can
you an
step
arrow.
out of the cave and throw it.
And make myself visible. No, another bad idea.
Mhm.
I think I'm just gonna
Mhm.
back up slowly back into the shadows.
I'll hit you an arrow.
So you
fire
are
at the game.
moving.
I am going to stealthily try and leave. Yes,
Okay.
stealthily.
Uh-huh.
You hear that, roll 20? I said stealthily. And it answers me by changing the screen on my computer.
Wrong screen.
Oh, yeah.
All right, roll 20's liking you
Except
tonight.
tonight.
That's 2 more successes.
That's scary.
Yeah. What's about to happen when karma comes back?
Yeah. Hopefully, my assistant comes back first.
You tuck yourself back into the cave mouth, into the cave a little bit deeper again. You lose sight, but you still hear scrambling outside
That's all fine, as long as it's not
and
scrambling
chittering.
inside. Don't like gerbils in my big brown hole.
What? So saying that's not what I heard either.
All right, Richard Gere.
Let's change gears.
But
I think there's only one gear with that comment.
Reverse.
Low gear.
So yeah, I'm gonna back up into the cave deeper, stealthily trying to get back to where we were all camped and let someone know, hey, there's a bunch of rodents outside, like lots of them.
Who are you letting know?
Well, first I'm gonna let the guy with no face know.
Oh, he was standing right beside you.
Son of a gun.
Where you were. He did not slink back into the cave. He's still just standing still there.
Shit, if I had noticed that, I wouldn't have moved. All right, well, I'm gonna go wake everybody up, including the teddy bear.
You're waking up.
Well, it's not just a bunch of rats, they're large rats, and anything like that is overwhelming quickly.
Killed snake monsters and troll boulders.
Not by
Not to be where we
myself.
have a problem.
I can only shoot so many arrows per second, okay?
We know.
Hashtag humble brag.
So, he wakes everybody up relatively quietly. There's a bunch of big ass rats.
And
It's the mountains.
just
Great.
have the dinosaur eat them.
Okay.
What's the threat?
I don't know. I don't know anything about these things other than they're big ass rats.
You woke me up in the middle of a gory murder spree. It was glorious.
Don't worry, I'm sure you'll relive it sometime soon.
Bet. All right, let's take a look.
I wouldn't
All
regret
right,
that.
you gonna go to the mouth of the cave and look out?
No, don't do that.
I'm going to because I'm going to stealth my ass off.
That's what I said a couple times ago and fell down a hole.
That was fun. I'm actually, to be perfectly honest, that hole that you fell down into was supposed to happen in this cave. This was the cave where that was going to happen. You guys short-circuited it a little bit, but it was still a good time.
And fun was had.
Sabertech puts his armor on just in case. But he's not happy about it.
Okay, so I'm going to use Living Shadow, which gives me a bonus momentum per rank in this talent on attempts to remain unseen or unnoticed. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stealth talents.
Per rank in this talent? It's on.
Yeah, okay, so 1.
That
I get 1. So then I get an extra dice, right? Okay.
Yeah, you can have up to 3 ranks of Living Shadow.
That's fine. All right, I've got 1, so I get an extra dice. So I'm gonna re-roll. I'm gonna roll 3d20.
You roll 3d20.
Not 3d30. 3d20.
Ah,
Yeah, 3d30s would not be cool.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, there was a 19 and another 19.
And a 3.
So close. So close to compilation.
That 3 is a
and you know
great
how
success,
I
though.
feel
That's 2
about
successes.
compilations. 2 successes. Can you re-roll any of those 19s?
I don't. Hang on, let me look. I don't think I can. When rolling damage with a weapon that has hidden ability, nope. No, I can't re-roll any of them. That was one of the first things I was looking at.
Okay. Well, with 2 successes, you sneak your way to the mouth of the cave. You know you're at the mouth of the cave because the man with no face and no name is standing there motionless. You kind of recognize his silhouette and hat. He's just kind of standing there motionless still. Theoretically staring out. But as you make it to the front of the cave, he may have understated what he was talking about. There is not a bunch of big rats. There is a swarm of rodents of unusual size. We're talking like the size of golden retrievers.
Huh? Funny. Usually Thornicius exaggerates in the high end when he's talking about the size of things.
They are scrambling through the rocks.
I see what you did there.
They have been on the path behind you where you came from, and they are scrambling through the rocks. They are scenting something, as far as you can tell. Some of them are standing up on their hind legs. You see their little face whiskers twitching, which, oh yeah, the really weird thing about these is they have almost like baby-like, almost human baby-like faces. They're flatter and pinker and fleshier.
Oh, good.
And they're all standing
Last season.
downwind of us.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and back it up.
Back it up, back it up, back it up. Hey!
I got to tell the party. Okay. All right, everybody.
Okay, so what happened was...
See, what had happened was, turns out, there's not a lot of rodents out there. No. There's a lot of big rodents out there. Unnaturally large rodents that do not look really like rats, more like, I'm gonna go with if rats and people were living together. Like
conjugally.
Yeah, it's really disturbing. Like they have flatter faces, and I don't know. They're not normal. And they're large, like large.
It's time to make some rat stew.
And there are countless numbers of them right now, and it seems like they're heading this way.
Chance, can we make a lore check or something? These sound like rat pants.
I would absolutely allow a sorcery check.
Sorcery or lore? Because now I can do both.
I mean, you could do either one. I'll allow either one.
Sorcery is still my better. So. Hey man.
So good news. I rolled 3 times on roll 20, and they didn't scream.
I think that's 3 successes.
He actually got lots. He got lots of successes. 3 successes.
Personal boost.
You are indeed exactly correct in the description of rat things.
Rat things.
So I'll
Rat things. These are
explain.
mutated.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. These are mutated rodents commonly used by sorcerers as familiars.
Yep.
They are also a vermin horde on their own, and have been known to be somehow willing familiars for some crazy ass wizards that are willing to sell even more of their soul to even weirder creatures.
See, I've encountered them as servants of witches and such, but I've never seen them actually in a pack like this, or heard of them. I've not actually seen them, but I've never heard of them in a wild pack like this. Usually they
One wouldn't call this a pack so much as a
horde.
horde.
Sounds like still
Swarm.
though a little odd.
Would you say it's a tide of vermin?
No,
I'd rather not
would
think
not.
of it as a tide.
There's no such thing as man-sized rats anyway.
It's like just the liberal media distracting you.
Yes, right.
But
The
they
rat
might
things are
very well.
distracting us from the murder of crows, right?
They might very well be resistant to regular weapons, though.
Yipes.
They certainly carry disease.
Yeah, who
Yipes,
doesn't?
yipes.
He says, looking at Verai.
Moshi seems to be having a bad dream. It's kind of
I
twitching
still say
in its
we let.
sleep.
I still say we let the dinosaur just eat them.
If they turn into flying turtles, I'm absolutely unleashing Moshi.
Flying turtles?
Did I say something out loud again?
Flying turtles.
So let's all right, who wants to lose a hand? Tiber. Go wake Moshi. We need every one on our side, even if it's the skilledly jumping dinosaur.
They might just pass on still. We are seriously downwind from them. Upwind.
No,
never mind. Shit.
They are downwind from us. The air in this cave is
Alright,
blowing out.
I got you. I was just testing you to see if you knew how wind worked.
Okay.
Good job. This time.
I'm no ranger, but I think it's
And Tiber goes over and uses this scabbard and like double taps Moshi on the back of the foot. Moshi jumps up like a. I would do the action, but there's no way that I could possibly move right now. But like Moshi like jumps up and does that whole like look over shoulder that you see a dog do when you wake them up suddenly, just like rolls over a couple times trying to figure out where its feet are.
Okay.
all right, Moshi. Good, Moshi. Calm down, Moshi.
Moshi seems calm.
Can Moshi sense them?
It doesn't seem to be taking any particular action.
Okay.
Okay. So as long as it's just, let's just let him get his bearings for a second while we consider what the heck to do about this.
Kalachi's out.
Should we try
Big
going
trap.
deeper into the cave, or should we just kind of wait it out?
I have an
Does-
idea if y'all are amenable to it.
It depends on what the idea is, but yeah, sure, I'll take anything.
I could cook up some Stygian black opiates and put them all to sleep.
Oh,
Oh,
That might take some time.
but time's on our side.
They aren't exactly attacking us. I can prepare it. I'm ready at the moment.
They're not attacking us yet. What is that?
As per Verai's description, though, they do appear to be hunting, seeking, like following your trail.
Well, they're following a
You would not
Did I or did Thornicius observe how fast they're moving?
not particularly, but let's see. I don't think it actually says a movement speed. But they have several points in movement, though. They are moving quite rapidly.
Okay, so we wouldn't be able to outrun them if we stayed here to see if they were going to come after us.
They don't seem to be moving like unnaturally fast. However, their body shape over rough terrain would tend to imply that they are probably better at traversing rough terrain than, an average creature might be. They're low, they're squat, they have 4 legs with human-like hands. They can grip things.
Sounds like my date last night.
Yeah.
I'm moving up in the world.
What's up, devil? They are about to encounter rodents of unusual size. That's the real stranger move there.
I say we just hunker down, wait.
Well, so let me. Here's where Corin is going to step in and act as the tactical decision, questiony voice here. Corin steps up and goes, "Well, if they do find us, would it be better to fight here, where maybe we can funnel them, and maybe we have to get pushed back deeper and we don't know where we're going, or would it be better to fight them out there, where we got movement? They might be able to surround us."
They move really good on rocky terrain like this. I'd prefer to fight them in here.
Our only retreat option in here is to go deeper, and
We're
we know
not
what's
gonna
down
retreat
there.
from rat things.
I will set up near the back and
How many
begin preparing.
rat things did you say you saw?
So think of how many it would take to overwhelm you, and then multiply that by at least a number. I can't think. I don't math. So a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah, I would rather bottleneck them so that it requires them to squeeze through somewhere. That way it'd be easier to just kill as many as possible before they could break through. Being surrounded by these things doesn't sound like a really good idea.
Zhang, do
Yes.
you think that a shout or an intimidation or anything that you can do in mass would be effective versus these things?
They
If
would need
they're-
to be able to understand me.
They are fairly intelligent.
They're also, if these types of creatures, like you said, like you said, they're Abertech, they might be familiars to something dark, correct? Is that going to
In
hurt
this
them?
kind of number, unlikely. I don't want to meet the kind of witch that can do that. But they tend to use their witches as much as the witches use them. They're not exactly domesticated, but they are generally intelligent enough to serve witches, run errands and stuff. I not human intellect, but I would think that they could be frightened. They're not animals, even if they are animalistic.
May I remind everyone here that whatever we're up against is already manifested a flippin' Tyrannosaurus Rex. So I wouldn't put it above it to have a horde of these little things flying around looking for us.
Your first villain did indeed was the beast, a servant of the beast god, and did indeed have a T-Rex that you ran from.
I mean, maybe, but like, why don't if he was going to do that? Why wouldn't he just send another T-Rex instead of a bunch of rats?
Because they got to find us first. We disappeared, and they, whatever it is trying to find us. Then they'll send the big guys in.
I'm cool either way. I'm not afraid of a bunch of rat things. There are things that there should be a healthy fear of. I am confident that having killed as many evil Setite snakes and demons and whatever the fuck, I am confident we can take on some rat things. Just in case, though, let's put Xenia in front.
Even Xenia needs a meat shield. Tiber, get up front.
Maybe if we're just quiet, they'll go away. Maybe they're trying to reach us about our car's extended warranty.
Tiber's like, I don't know how much I'm gonna help here. I'll help protect Zhang.
Sure.
Aw, he thought I was serious. All right, team. Do we just let them find us or go past? And if they do, then we're basically fighting it out here? Or do we preemptively go deeper to find potentially better terrain? Let us move on from this moment.
Better terrain are we gonna find in here? We're gonna be in with our backs to rain.
All right. Well then.
You hear that earthquake? That was
Then let's make a decision. We're staying or we going somewhere?
I vote stay.
All right. If we're staying, I'm getting Doomslayer out.
Okay, I suggest we do like a we find a more defensible spot. But yeah, I'm not afraid of fighting. I just think we should get a better spot.
So where you are, is probably about 2.5 people wide. It's a pretty wide cave area where you are, relatively speaking, where 2.5 people could effectively fight near each other that weren't specifically trained in close quarters combat. If you had a couple people that were trained, you could probably fit 3 people to fight effectively, but with people that aren't trained at fighting in places like this, in hallways and caves, 2 people wide is the best that you could do effectively.
Okay. So it sounds like if we're doing this, essentially what we're going to need to do is split into teams of 2 and then scatter a few feet back and just have multiple layers to it. Our most adept melee fighters should be in the front. And then things that get past them as they selectively let things back. Then some mediocre melee fighters can be in the middle. And then our mind casters and those folks, maybe a ranger at the back so that they can get a shot off on things as they do it.
Or we find
Corin goes, what about have 1 fighter and 1 defender on each row rather than damage up front?
or a shield wall.
How many of us have shields?
I have a buckler, which is not a shield, but
Corin has a large shield.
Okay, then. So Corin and
Cooking up some
No.
sleeping.
Xenia doesn't have a shield, but she's very, very good at parrying.
Yep.
Okay.
And if they are coming in as a horde, each individual attack might not be super dangerous, but they will get a lot of attacks.
Right.
That's why I say we got to find like a bottleneck where it squeezes down and doesn't allow more than a manageable amount to get through to get to us. We take that bottleneck and use it to our advantage, where like one or two can fit through at a time, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? And then make sure that it's a big enough area that if they do break through, we can spread out and kind of, get them from all angles as they come through the opening.
Okay. So, Crom, as we're discussing all of this, are we hearing the approaching pitter-patter of little feet and squeaks, or?
The squeaks, you are beginning to hear squeaks over the sound of the whistles. The windy whistle.
Okay, so they're definitely coming. So if we're doing this, then we're going to need Corin and Xenia up front. Who's going to be in the middle? Abertak, you want me and you in the middle, and then Zhang and Thornicius in the back.
Whatever you guys want.
I think we might explore our options deeper into the cave, but that's just me. So if we want to fight this out, if that's your call, then we will do that. But we should probably have this plan and then just kind of go from there.
How about we send Tiber to find a more defensible position while we're holding this one?
Alone?
I was gonna say.
We can send Zhang with him.
Thanks.
Or I can go with him.
No.
One of the two.
I think we just leave Tiber here.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just me. I don't make the decision.
Crom is smiling. I don't know if this is a good thing then.
No, that's Tiber being like.
Oh.
Tiber, as we're talking about him like he doesn't exist.
Or does he?
Or does he? It's like, if he's going in search of something else, we should send somebody with him. If we want to split the party.
You could send Corin with him.
But
ask Corin to leave his shield, and somebody else can take up the shield.
Corin is the only one in the team that specializes in using shields.
Yeah, I know.
I don't think sending Corin's a good idea if we're going to be trying to defend his position. What's our faceless guy doing?
He's still at the mouth of the cave entrance.
Okay, so we don't see him from where we are?
Maybe he'll just eat him and go away.
Well, the squeaks are getting closer, and he doesn't seem to be too concerned with that. I told you we should have killed him when we had the chance. Okay. Drawing a line. We've got Abertak and myself in the middle, Corin and Xenia in the front, Zhang and Thornicius in the back. That seems to be what everybody... It seems the group wants to stay here and see where things get us. So let's, I guess, if that is our consensus, we're getting ready for whether or not those rats are coming at us or not.
Yes? No. Maybe?
I'm sorry, I did not catch this suggestion.
I was just like, if we're staying, and it seems to be the group's consensus thus far that we are staying, then Abertak and myself in the middle, Corin in the front with Xenia, and then Zhang and Thornicius in the back.
With Tiber somewhere in between us?
And Tiber's cowering in the corner.
behind them.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. What about Faceless guy?
Yeah, he's bravely taking up the rear.
Tiber volunteered to take my place in the order while I'm making the sleeping gas.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're in the back, so however you feel you can best serve the situation, we'll buy you as much time as possible.
If you had to unleash it, wouldn't it just put us to sleep?
We're in a
Just keep an eye towards the back of the cave because we still don't know what's back there either.
All right. Tiber, Zhang is going to be making some concoctions. You're going to be in the back next to Thornicius. Have your sword drawn and ready to take things out. Do not stab me in the ass. Don't do it.
I've dreamt of it over and over and over, but okay, I'll try not to.
I will shatter your soul.
Depends on what you mean by stabbing.
Before we do this, I highly recommend putting some cloth around your nose, your breathing areas, so that you do not inhale the gas.
That's not how gas works. But you're the alchemist, so if you
You
say it works,
inhale less of the gas.
all right, I will do as I'm instructed.
The man with no face steps into this area of the cave. They're coming. Get ready.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit. Really?
So what does he do then? I'm just curious.
He walks over to Moshi.
Okay.
Is
And that's
he,
it, right?
Is
Okay.
he readying to leave?
He's not mounting or anything. He walks over beside Moshi.
Drawing a sword? Nothing? Okay.
Well, all of them
Thornicius?
were gabbing
Yeah,
away trying
I'm
to figure
keeping a
this
side
out,
eye
and
on
I
him, yeah.
was making my my sleeping gas. Was I able to make a dose or two during the thing, or at least do I have a chance to make the roll for that?
Yes. With the time that has passed in this conversation and 2 rounds, you'll have enough time for an attempt. So basically, I'm saying like 5 rounds to make 5 rounds to cook up a dose under pressure.
The lotus pollen is part of my master formulae, so I specialized in this bit, or in this particular.
Right. I still need to understand that a little bit better. That's not
Basically-
super clearly like.
Basically, I've done this so much that when I do make a roll to see if I've made the dose, after I've made that roll, I roll a d6, and if that d6 has an effect on it, I've basically made it for free. I have made it with the ingredients sparingly enough to have the exact effect that I want without having to pay the cost of ingredient necessary.
He's probably lying.
It's in the book. Almost got it.
Sounds good to me. As the squeak, squeak, squeak gets louder, it appears they have found the mouth of the cave. Ooh, lamp
Are
falling.
you guys sure you don't want me in up front?
Guess we'll find out.
Well, that's right. Your hammer could basically take them out, couldn't it?
Well, I'm hoping so, yes. But
Well, come up front with me then.
I think
I'll
that's a
distract
better
these-
idea.
Yeah.
So Corin and
Verai are in the middle.
Verai are in the middle. Okay.
I'm not.
Braun and Fortitude.
Xenia, did you want to be in the middle?
4-1. Okay.
And let Korn up front with his shield?
Nah.
Alright. Bravely did we hide behind Xenia.
What's new?
That's my SOP at this point.
All right. Well, that being the case, then the swarm begins swarming down the cave towards you. As I have described earlier, these are rat-type things, appropriately called rat things, but they are disturbing and large, like the size of a golden retriever or other dog like that. Each of these rats is probably 50 pounds.
Hmm.
They have almost human baby-like faces, and the sounds that's emanating from them are kind of a mewing, terrifying sound coming from them that's just incredibly disturbing to hear. Their little fleshy hands and fingernails and claws skittering across the rocks as they are coming at you. The stench hits you like it just a wave of disgustingness from the stench just hitting you. And these things are not coming in ordered lines. They are running on top of each other and underneath each other and being tripped and swarming at you in a bubonic rat swarm.
They have boobs?
Wrong type of bubonic. That is a bubophic.
Cybernetic bubonic?
Bubonic? Bubonic? No, it's bubonic, I think. No, now I'm seriously questioning my own. Is it bubonic? Is
It's
it
bubonic.
or bu? It is bubonic?
I believe so. Potato, you're dead one way or the other.
So,
Right.
Chance, I want
Yeah.
to use my actual witch hunter talent.
Uh-huh.
And I'm just going to go ahead and spend a point of fortune because it's difficulty 3.
Uh-huh.
It is basically gives me a extra cover soak.
At least one sorcery. Then you may attempt a daunting sorcery test as a standard action. If successful, you gain 1 extra cover soak against your foe's attacks and powers.
I'm assuming these count as unnatural creatures.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, they do. It doesn't say a time on that, so I'm just going to assume for the scene.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not permanent. Yeah. Okay.
Right, but like as in it's not out around. I'm assuming it's for a scene, not
I would
around.
think so, but
Let me just double check real quick.
I mean,
See if
it
there's
couldn't
anything
be
else.
because it actually takes me a standard action to do it.
A
So
couple things that I bought.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with it last for the scene. That makes sense to me. Roll a daunting difficulty 3 sorcery check. God, I'm hurting.
I am going to go ahead and spend a point of fortune too, just in case. I needed it too.
He rolled a 19 and a 20, people.
Love.
A 20 is a complication.
Welcome
Can
to
you
the Bill
re-roll?
Show.
I'm looking. I doubt it. I don't think you can.
Can-
I don't think
You
sorcery does something
don't
like
think you
that.
can re-roll sorcery?
Oh man, that sucks.
Oh. Woof.
Let me see what I can do with the momentum, because I can burn resolve for momentum on sorcery. Let's see.
Guess I'm gonna have to teach you the secret handshake now.
Momentum.
You have to do that beforehand, though, to gain momentum on a sorcery test. That's not an after the fact.
Well, then I have complicated things terribly.
God, what even would be an appropriate complication in this case? So, let's see. You've turned your knowledge to the unnatural.
Well, they weren't serving a dark sorcerer, but now they are.
Right?
As they get closer, Abertac, you start to study them, recognizing them for what they are and the unnaturalness about the swarm. And you have
Moshi, down boy.
Moshi can smell them.
you have now determined that with for not succeeding the check and getting a complication, you have determined that obviously they're going to move like this and not like that. You're supposed to zig, not zag. Which instead of gaining you 1 point of soak, is going to lose you 1 point of soak.
All right.
Yeah. That's a good complication.
Don't help me or anything, audience.
Yeah. And the swarm moves forward. As the party is readied and waiting, and just heroes get to go first, would the first row of combatants get their swings? And Thornicius, for a cost of a point of momentum, I will allow you to shoot through the row in front of you. As you are in the third row, though, it's going to be 2 points of momentum to shoot through 2 rows. So 1 point of momentum for 1 row, 2 points of momentum for 2 rows.
Gotcha. We don't have very much right now to start with, so let's wait till
we have 0 momentum to
Yeah.
start with. I'm just informing you.
Cool. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
My turn.
Well, you're in front, so
so-
yeah, you're going to be up first.
Redeem advantage for whoever needs it next. Yay!
Hey,
Looney
awesome.
Tune.
Thank you.
Good to have you,
Thank
Looney Tune. We are just getting ready to get into combat with a bunch of sorceress rodents of unusual size. They are deep in a cave, standing 2 by 2, getting ready to be swarmed. Yes, that.
So will you let me
So the
try
2
again?
people in the front.
Will you let me use my standard action to try again on that at some point?
It doesn't say anything about not being allowed to.
It will take my combat.
Yeah. It doesn't say anything about not being allowed to. Front row is Zinnia and Abertak, though, right?
Yep.
Okay. So front row, you guys get to go first.
All right.
It is your action.
All Abertak does is adjust his grip on the Warhammer so that he has a reach of 3 now. But he's going to use his action to try this stupid roll again. Again, spending a point of fortune. I can't believe that.
So reach of 3. Does that mean if they've got a reach of 1, they need
Yeah.
2 extra successes?
Oh, that's full.
Reach 123. Let me just double check that. I think that means they need 3 successes now to hit you, not just 1. 1 or more. Character has guard. If they are aware of an attack and able to defend, guard can be removed. The defender is assumed to be keeping the opponent. If the defender has guard, which you would, the difficulty attacks increases by 1 step for every point of range. So yeah, they would need 3 successes to hit you.
Oh, it depends on what their reach is. Is it 0 or 1?
1.
Okay, I think they only need
So
2 then, because I have 3 and they have 1, but I'm only 2 higher.
Right, but there's always a 1 that you need at least 1 success to hit anyways.
Oh.
The difficulty is increased by 1 for each step
Gotcha.
to bring it to a total of 3, assuming that you have guard.
Well, I have
Now
my
they
guard.
can break your guard.
Yes, they
But
can.
for now, they have not broken your guard.
That is my entire action. So.
Okay, and you rolled for your sorcery thing again?
Yeah, I got 4.
4 successes?
Yes, but I'm down to 1 fortune point though.
Oh, you used another point of fortune. Gotcha.
It's 1 fortune.
Okay.
Just lose this one again.
Well, as you study further, you realize that these creatures are having are in some sort of sorceress fervor, and while if you are supposed to zig, not zag, when you're fighting them individually, but as a horde and a swarm, you should make certain that you zag instead of zig.
Sorcerer's Fervor would be a good name for a band.
That kind of would be a fun name for a band. A sorceress fervor.
Okay.
All right.
Zinnia.
So Zinnia, instead of attacking as the rats come swarming in, Abertak goes.
Not bats. It's a bat. It's a mothman.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks.
So much for that guy in the front.
And Zinnia, do you do something more than just
Yeah, I got my dueling swords
you got your blades,
Yeah.
and
slice and dice,
Get it.
Gensu is
yep, and spend the thing of fortune so I can do the.
not fortune,
Oh.
it's momentum to get
Never
extra
mind.
attacks.
So
Technically, we have no momentum yet.
Yeah, that's right. Never mind.
So your first strike has to hit.
No.
So roll an
You have to put
attack
my
roll,
mouse back.
please.
This is what we do.
hey,
Those are 12s, and your melee attack is 12.
Woohoo.
So that's 2 successes,
Generating you
generating you 1 point, generating the party 1 point of momentum. Roll me damage, please, on your fancy sword, which would be 5 dice worth of damage.
5d6.
Oh, sorry.
6 dice 6. So, or sorry, 5 dice 6. So just do 4 dice 6 this time, and we'll count that as the first one because it's a good number.
Ooh.
1, 2, 3, 4 points of damage dealt to this rat as it is charging at you. You cut deep into it, however, it is not entirely dead. You can use the point of momentum though and get a second attack on it.
Is it okay if I use a point of momentum?
You did just generate it, so
Yeah,
Okay.
so go ahead.
It's a sword.
So do another 5
Five.
dice.
It's
roll an attack roll first. Your 2
Oh.
die 20 attack,
Sorry.
because you might be able to generate
Okay.
more momentum again. Ooh, there you go.
You did.
You generate another point of momentum for the party, and roll damage.
Roll damage now. 5d6. There you go.
1, 2, 3, 4 more points of damage. It's too bad you didn't roll a 5.
Can she
Roll 5 points of damage, but you got 4 points of damage.
reroll your damage?
Why?
There's 3.
Can she re-roll damage?
I think I can.
Yeah, you can use no
I
mercy.
remember doing that before.
Yeah,
You do have no
have
mercy.
a no
You
mercy
can
thing.
re-roll. You can re-roll up to 3 damage dice. So okay. Yeah. If we had done that on your first strike, it would have killed a rat. So we're going to retcon that, and you killed the first rat with your first swing. Now roll no mercy for your second swing with those 2 3s. So roll that 2 die 6 again.
One more.
So one rat comes rushing at Zinnia. She does a little wrist flip with her swords, stabs straight down into one's forehead, pinning it to the ground. It stops squeaking and moving pretty quick. As she is reaching back from that one, she does a quick slap slicey in another one, slicing its head right off, immediately finishing off 2 rats with 2 swings.
I got them. Anybody want some ratatouille? Ratatouille?
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille! All right. Is there anybody else that has an action on this turn?
Nothing's gotten past the front guard yet, and I don't have enough to shoot past. So
I'm in the
That's it.
second row. I can't hit anything. I've got Doomslayer out. I'm in melee.
Okay. Well, that makes it the rat's turn, and it's 50-50 on who they strike between. So 1d2. A 1 would be Abertac, a 2 would be Zinnia. 1 on Abertac, 2 on Abertac, 1 on Zinnia, 2 on Zinnia, And I was saying they can go 6 wide, and you killed 2 of them, so there's just 4. So 2 to each of you.
Okay.
All right, Abertac. First one. Not even close. Second one. Fails miserably and trips up under its own feet, being ran over by another rat on top of it. Zinnia. 1 success. You have a reach of 2 to its reach of 1. It fails miserably, trying to bite at you. You're able to push it away. Ooh, but this one also just has 1 success because it does not have it does not have any focus. Okay. So the rats are swarming at you, trying to get to you guys, but they are unable to damage you upon the first round. That brings it back around to you. And what in the world could that be? Also, I forgot to put this in here. So Good Devil redeemed advantage for whoever needs it next. I'm going to just turn that into 2 extra points of momentum. So the
Sweet.
party has 3 points of momentum to use however they see fit, thanks to Good Devil.
Thank
All right,
you.
Abertac.
I guess I will just try to hit one. I will use 1 of our momentum. And yes, and my deft blade talent turns that into 2 extra dice.
Okay. What is the momentum doing?
Oh, just dice.
Okay.
Just to hit. Yep. Because I can generate more momentum, hopefully, for the party that way. Or I can fail more catastrophically.
True. All right, 1 point of momentum spent. Roll 4 die 20, I guess.
It failed catastrophically.
Not catastrophically. You still got 1
I
success.
cannot reroll attack rolls. I can reroll damage dice.
So 1 success is enough to hit a rat, though, along with a complication. So roll for damage,
I had to
please.
remind myself what the.
1, 2, 3, 4 points of damage, one of them being an effect, bringing that to a total of 6 points of
And I
damage.
can reroll 3 of those. The 3s don't do anything, right?
3s and 4s do nothing.
Roll those. And hopefully smack them.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points of damage upon this rat. With the mighty overhand swing, this great hammer of viciousness swings down, smashes, and completely pops this front rat like a damn bloody zit. Just it is a pinata of rat guts now flying around. However, you did get a complication
Yes,
there,
I
and
did.
that complication does mean you smash so hard into the ground that your hammer gets temporarily stuck into the ground.
Lovely.
You lose guard.
Lovely.
As you're trying to pull the hammer out, you lose guard.
All right.
Jacob, so this is Conan is our system we're playing tonight. It's Conan Adventures in an Age Undreamed of by Modifius Entertainment. It's the same style of thing as Dungeons and Dragons, but it's a different system. I really like this. I really like this system. So the rules are going to be different. The world itself is based on the writings and the books of Robert Howard and his Conan. Oh, is that where we came from? We came from a trivia night? Oh, that's fun. I do trivia nights once or twice a week. I love trivia. Good to have you guys. Good to have all of you. I am your GM. I'm Crom here, who cares not for your worries. And our party is currently trapped in a cave being attacked by a swarm of ROUSs, rodents of unusual size. Zinnia, You're on the front line against these. Go ahead and give me your attack. Your first attack, please, with your triple and your slicey, and your swingy, and your stabbity. 2 successes. You generate a point of momentum for the party. Roll me your damage, please. 5 times 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of damage. So you remember how she Gensu'd the first one, and then she Gensu'd the second one? Well, now she's Gensu'd the third one.
I'm making
3
sushi,
swings,
okay?
3 dead rats. All right. Would you like to spend a point of momentum and get your second attack?
Yes, please.
Yes, please, she says. Use a point of momentum. Roll your attack roll, please. 2 die 20. That is 2 more successes, generating that point of momentum back. That attack was for free. Roll me your damage. 5 die 6. 1, 2, 3 points of damage, but you could re-roll that 3 and a 4 if you wanted.
Yes.
Oh, and to
Ooh.
redeem advantage specifically to Xenia, too.
Nice.
Nice. So, with your second swing, you deal enough points of damage to Ginsu a 4th rat. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the rat Ginsu ridiculousness here.
Ratageddon.
Yeah,
Ratageddon. Yes. With the advantage that Nat 2 Shabby is providing for you right now, you can get a 3rd attack this round for free with the 2 points of momentum that he could be providing for you right now, allowing a 3rd attack.
Sure.
She slices. She dices.
She makes julienne fries.
1 success is enough to succeed.
Whew.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of Jesus. Holy cow. All right, so
I think we can just say naps, guys. She got
1
it.
rat, 2 rat, 3 rat, dead rat, red rat, blasted rat, chopped into pieces rat.
I don't like rats. They're gross.
She has downed 5 rats to everyone else's 1.
What are you guys doing?
So 4 rats were killed of the 6 that were hitting you this round. But there was a 7th because there was a complication from one of them jumping over another now. Or no, sorry, there was 5 because it got a complication. So only one of them actually gets to attack. Are you freaking kidding me? And
Wait,
I think, did I freeze?
Momentum? How much?
No, I didn't freeze. I just froze on my screen, but not on this.
How many
I
points of
didn't
momentum
freeze on
do we
stream.
now
I
have?
just. You have 3 points of momentum.
May I use 2 to shoot?
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Let me try that. You told me no touch, right?
No
It's my
touch.
turn.
No touch.
2 points of momentum being used.
You can re-roll that one, right? Tell us you can re-roll that one.
Did you roll the dice there?
No.
Were you the one typing it? She's the one that typed
My
it.
assistant.
Almost touched it.
I almost touched it. But
Almost touched it. I was this close. I
I
touched
can
it.
re-roll damage dice, but not the original roll.
Well, a 4 is still a success. A 4 is still a success, and your ranged is a 4, which technically means you got 2 successes there, only needing 1. So of the 2 points of momentum, you generated 1 of them back.
Okay.
Roll for damage.
No touch.
What is my damage roll?
Your damage with your finely made Bostonian bow is 7 dice
7.
of damage.
Going back.
How much?
76.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points
reroll
of
those two.
damage. It doesn't matter. You don't need to re-roll the damage. You put an arrow straight down the gullet of the 5th rat.
There you go. I did something.
However, there are hordes more behind them.
We built a wall of bodies.
As the next wave of rats come jumping in at you. Let's see. I needed 1 die 2. 1 die 2. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 this time. Let's see. 4 of them to Zinnia, 3 of them to Abertac. Let's do the 3 to Abertac first. You have lost guard.
You do not have my guard.
Liking that Warhammer. You have lost guard. You'll be able to regain it on your turn. So 1, 2. Ah, there's a hit. You could attempt to parry, but one of them does hit you.
Yeah, I might as well attempt a parry. Well, can I, since my hammer's stuck in the ground?
You can parry. It just breaks your guard.
Okay.
You're like recovering it, but you can still like try to flip it off with your arm or
Okay.
something.
Oh shit. I think I must Bill's curse.
You do indeed parry it. It jumps on trying to bite onto your arm, and you parry it by you start flailing your arm wildly and tossing it into the back line.
Okay. Serves up.
Next.
Counts as 3.
Let's see. Did my video just go out? My video went out on my screen, but I guess not for everybody else's. That's good. That's weird.
I mean, it went out on.
3 and 4, none of the rest are able to bite you. Now, Zinnia, 1, 2. Ooh, wait. Oh man. So Zinnia, for the first one, 2 successes coming at you. Actually, you do still have guard, so it's just a normal hit. But the first one bites you. Would you like to attempt a parry? You get your first parry for free because of your training on your swords. Or because of your training. So roll your 2 die 20 for parry, please. Good enough. The second one also hits you. You also get another free parry because your swords are parrying weapons. And again, that is good enough to parry. The third attack does not hit because you have better reach, and the fourth attack also does hit. Wow, these rats are really, really like would be good at biting you. You do need to, in order to do another parry though, you'll have to give me a point of momentum.
Or doom. Yeah, doom to him.
Or sorry, a point of doom.
Doom.
Parry it. Just parry it. It's
Yeah.
Doom.
I'll give you a point of doom.
Doom.
And
You
parry the doom.
successfully parry the third attack.
Can't touch this.
I don't like him.
Ow. Don't do that, Chance.
do
That was
that.
bad. That was a rough movement.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
dumb. I forgot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Chance. That was awful. Ow. Ow. Oh, 1 second as I recover from that dumb maneuver. That little maneuver is going to cost us 74 years right there.
He
Okay.
wants to live to be 180 anyway.
Yeah. Party's turn. Party's turn.
So
Zhang, did you roll your alchemy for me to see if you were successful?
Not done that yet, but I shall do that now.
All right, that was 2 rounds. If you are successful on your alchemy check here, you will have succeeded at your creation.
I have a success.
That looks like a success to me. You have succeeded at your creation.
Now let's see if it costs me anything. Yes, that costs a
An ingredient.
An ingredient. Thank you for that word.
An ingredient. Okay. Front row, Abertac. You can recover your guard
Yeah, I think I have to make
as a moment.
I think I have to make a parry check for that.
Isn't Abertac? Didn't your hammer go flying into the back line?
No, the enemy
No,
did.
the rat. Yeah.
Oh, the rat went flying
Right.
into the back line. Okay.
Last command.
Hey, that means I
Character
don't have to spend any
regain
momentum
guard
to shoot it,
action.
right?
Regain guard action.
Yeah, it's under. I have to make a
Great.
parry check. Its difficulty equal to I think their reach if they are in melee.
Okay, it's a minor action. You can do one minor action per turn. So yeah, step back and defend, requiring a parry test.
All right. I think that'll do it.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that does indeed succeed. You regain your guard.
Yay!
You pull your hammer out of the stone, regain your guard, and step back into the fray. You still have your attack action if you want.
There we go. So I hit this time with no other complication.
All right.
Finally, no complications. We will go ahead and do the
Complications are the spice of dice.
right.
1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's enough damage.
All right. I will smash one.
You successfully splatter a second one into the wall beside you, leaving a goo-pasted dent in said wall.
Hooray!
So that's
Alright,
2 to
mine.
Abertac and 5 to Zinnia.
Right.
And then the one that got flung
She's
into
the
the back row,
multi-target
that's
warrior.
us, right? Chance?
Uh-huh.
The one that got flung into the back row, that's now within my shot range without having to spend them. Yes. Pull!
Roll an attack roll. I realized after I decided that tossing a rat into the backline was a bad complication, that it was actually a good complication. Until now I think it's an even funner complication because it led to another complication!
They've got wings!
You know, I've killed enough of them, okay? I'm getting tired.
Well, roll damage because you did get one success, so roll damage.
Okay. 76.
Is it for you?
Yeah, 76.
Oh. Okay. The 20s like you.
Reroll that 4.
And 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's enough points of damage to slay the rat.
Is that rat wearing plate armor?
No, but it landed right into the fire, lighting its fur into a stinky, fiery mess, messing
I told you I'd make
messing up Zhang's future alchemical
no.
statements.
Just happened? Yep.
Lighting on fire and scattering ash and smoke into this little area that you're in.
Great.
Could have been worse, but really not good.
That was a twofer. That came to a complication from Abertac to a complication from Thornicius, both.
Yeah, go figure.
I
Welcome to the club.
Good
I
thing you
blame
pulled
the-
off your ingredients at just the very last second, Zhang. Because you saw that rat coming up and you're like, no. But Zinnia, you could go if you like.
Yep.
Is that 2 successes? I think that's 2 successes, generating a point of momentum. Roll for damage.
I am starting to suspect that
1, 2, 3, 4 points of damage.
Reroll that one.
Will
Yep.
reroll the 4. Yep. 5 points of damage is exactly enough to deal 2 wounds to it, slaughtering a 6th rat upon Zinnia's blades. Would you like to use a point of momentum and kill a 7th?
Yes.
Yes, she says.
Murder them.
Roll your attack roll. 2 successes, recovering the point of momentum that is spent. Roll your damage.
I don't know how they know that I'm here.
You might want to re-roll the 3 and the 4. That is 3 points of damage dealt. 4 points of damage dealt. Guys, her luck has ran out. She only killed 7 in a row. The 8th one she merely wounded.
Darn.
But
I
just-
just wanted to save this one and use it like, you squish a spider and you leave it there.
As a warning
It's a
for the
warning to
rest.
others.
Yeah.
As a warning for the rest. I would like to note one thing as you're there, though. There still seems to be a never... And yes, I do have an exact number here. I'm not just doing things. There is an exact number, but as far as you can tell, there is still a never-ending swarm coming in.
Mm-mm.
Mm, mm.
Retreat. Leave the warning there.
Leave the warning there.
Leave the warning behind.
I say we just
Tiber, go watch the warning.
fill the tunnel with a wall of bodies that they have to chew through first, and then we go find a place to hide.
Hide
There
behind
is
the
getting to
wall
be
of
a lot
dead
of-
guards.
Yes.
There is
300
getting to be a
style.
wall of goo in front of you. As 8 more are jumping over each other to try to bite at you and to get past at you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow. Okay, so 5 to Abertech, 3 to Zinnia.
They're starting to get the hang of this. You're bad news.
All right, Abertech. 1, 2, 3. Hey, this one hits. Wait, no, I need 3 successes, don't I?
Yes.
They literally can't get 3 successes.
Yes.
I'm very good at what I do.
Spend doom.
Yes. 15.
Sorry.
Ha! 3 successes!
I get the parry, right?
If you give me a point of doom back,
I have the talent.
okay, then you get 1 free parry.
See, I think that
Damn it. 4, 5.
Throw another one back here.
launching him backwards.
Damn it. All right, Zinnia, 1, 2, and 3. They cannot. Their numbers are much lower than their description would lead me to believe. They're actually really terrible fighters. Really terrible.
That's fine because there's a butt ton of them.
Yes. Yes, there is.
Zombies don't outsmart you; they outnumber you.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was the saying with Republicans.
Has anybody asked the faceless man what they would be attracted to, or
I think they're attracted to us.
Mm-hmm.
Me specifically.
I mean, you stay busy. Don't be asking questions. You keep eyes forward. Eye forward. Stay focused. I'll ask him.
Or I'm kind of seeing this like one of those moments in the Marvel movies where they're like just laughing and joking, being like, "Stab. So, anyways, how did you like that game last night? Woo!"
I know this really great falafel stand in the middle of town.
That still only counts as one.
But that does bring it back to the party. We've killed what? 9 of them so far? 10. We've killed 10 so far.
That parry attack, did you actually fling it to the
No, I
back?
can't do that on purpose.
Oh, darn.
I would allow it with some momentum spins.
I could try next round.
No, don't waste it. Don't waste it. Yeah. Use it for the fun.
I like creative things. I'm pretty much always going to allow some creative things as long as we can figure out a way to mechanically make it happen.
We can start bowling with them.
All right.
Want to get shawarma after this? Ooh,
What if we
I just
like,
went to a place called Jerusalem Cafe a couple of days ago and had shawarma. Oh, it's so good.
what if we tried
Although the baklava it was fine, but not like the baklava I would have in Seattle.
we should try to turn them against each other.
Oh no.
Let's try what?
Turn the rats against each other.
There you go.
Tell them all the other.
And
Feel
how
happy.
would you propose to do so?
This one
You
said
know,
your
with,
mother was
with
a
a
gerbil.
persuade check from Michael.
How about throwing the injured one back into the crowd and see if they cannibalize it?
Well, like,
Point at it and go, there he is.
huh?
There he is.
That's not a bad idea, Verai.
Cool.
Bearded lady has a point.
Hey, she's not the bearded one. It was the Mirror Universe one that was blonde and bearded, or it was
That's
dark
the
haired.
mustachioed lady.
She had a goatee, and she was the Mirror Universe version.
Oh, it was a goatee. My bad.
So why don't I take the wounded one, take my sword with the wounded one, and go shoot?
Just roll me an attack roll, and we'll say if you succeed your ranged attack roll, you grab it and toss it into the. You did not succeed at your ranged attack roll.
No, I did not.
Well, her luck has apparently ran out as she, instead of using her blades, decides to you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to reach down into this mess of rats and try to grab one by the tail. And then you grabbed another one by the tail and you grabbed it and the tail just ripped right off and the thing just got angry. You could use a point of
This one's
momentum
warranty
or
fell out.
Huh?
You could use a point of momentum. Oh, wait, because that only works if you're pairing your weapons. So yeah, Abratak, your turn.
All right. Here we go again.
Would you like to toss the wounded one?
Not if it costs me an attack.
Yeah, it would be. It would be an attack.
Yeah, I'd rather just squish one.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points of damage.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
single target damage dealer, but he's in you for the multi-target.
So yet again, another blood bag that explodes.
I told you we weren't running from a bunch of rat things.
Is there anything else in the party that is happening?
Something to do.
I think Zang was going to inhale all of his own lotus.
No.
Is that right?
So I'm going to chuck my my concoction into the hallway behind the area where we're fighting. So it's us, the rats, right into that area back there.
So towards the opening of the cave, towards the cave mouth.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's a lotus blossom sleeping thing, right?
Gas.
You're going to tell him the
sleeping
first hit
gas.
free?
Cool.
Gas, gas, gas.
Jumping Jack Flash is a gas.
Ooh, 2 successes to hit.
Nice.
Nice.
That would have been a terrible time for a complication.
That'll get you an extra point of momentum.
A bunch of rats.
Well, I believe the way it works is each effect adds a rat to the hit, but because they're so swarmed together, I'm going to say probably each effect is 2 rats. Right? Wasn't there a damage dice on it?
It doesn't say.
All right. Well, we'll do it narratively for the moment and figure out the rules later. We'll do it narratively for the moment.
Okay.
Your gas bomb does indeed land, and you see a fine cloudy mist of purplish lotus blossom dust and smoke and ash that you have stuffed into that thing, that seems to coat a goodly chunk of the entryway. That brings it to the rat's turn. As that lotus bomb explodes behind them, you see a lot of the rats seem to pause and stand up on their legs, begin to sniff the air, squeak at each other in their baby-like faces briefly, and then as one in a suspiciously coordinated and synchronized pattern, flee the cave.
We get a respite. Awesome. Let's use that to our advantage.
Moshi begins growling deeper into the cave.
Yeah, I'm afraid that might mean something bigger is coming this way. Which means.
And with that, we're going to go ahead and have a cliffhanger right here, ladies and
Ah, no.
I suck at that.
So, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, we have Call of the Netherdeep, episode 19, Boltar's Banditos LLC, Professional Health Inspectors. The Banditos, having just arrived in Ankarel, have decided to treat themselves to some much-needed R&R. But the Banditos banditoed and have stumbled into a bakery that almost certainly wouldn't pass a health inspection. Will they report Old Man Crook to the proper authorities, or will they handle it in their own fashions? Gee, I wonder what they'll do. By the way, I'm in that bakery and a player there. Come check us out. It's fun. Thursday, the 11th, Cast of Rifts will be doing an off-screen final prep for Season 3. Friday the 12th at 7 p.m. Eastern, what kind of a Star Trek story would you come up with about an alien civilization that nearly destroyed itself? Would annoying kids save the day, or would you just administer neuroleptic shocks until they were less annoying? Why don't you come and share your story ideas with Simon T. Cat and Rufus T. Robot this Friday on Cookie Trek, where we will all tell the story of And the Children Shall Lead to Disaster. Sunday the 14th, 9 p.m., Tomb of Annihilation, You've Got a Friend in Me. Jaeger has been inhabited by yet another of the dead gods that inhabit the titular tomb, leaving only the Cure without a friend in his head. After a dastardly puzzle that led to the death of the second-to-last kobold minion, the party smashed a Sue-monster mummy to bits and collected its Mace of Terror. Join us next time as the party delves ever deeper towards the Soulmonger. If you want to go ahead and get the raid ready, we should be right on time for that. So Monday, 4:15 at 8:30 Eastern, Star Trek Bajor Rising, Trial by Starlight. While on a relief mission to the Valsharn Retreat refugee camp, the small flight of shuttles from the USS Odyssey picked up a distress call from the civilian freighter SS Talisman. Armed Cardassian fighters are attacking them. Commander Thorne has offered 5 shuttles to break off and attempt to rescue. Did anyone mention to her that her shuttles are unarmed? Or does she know that and is ordering the team to go in anyway? Either way, the team is going to have to come up with something quick. They intercept the Cardassians in 5 minutes. And ladies and gentlemen, as always, it's a pleasure for you to have us. We hope to see you again next time in all of our exciting shows here at the Architects of Fate. And with that, we love you. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Bonsoir.